All right, let's take a look at this Carabao Cup semifinal matchup. Liverpool against Tottenham. This is the second leg, of course, and the first leg at Tottenham. Liverpool lost 1-0, and a surprise to many, including myself. Didn't see that one happening. Definitely thought Liverpool would come away with the victory, but Tottenham is a club that is probably motivated to do something, considering what they've done as in the league so far this year, where they're bottom half of the table, and actually, I mean, they're closer to relegation than they are to the top four. And Postecoglou is sitting there with he's definitely in the hot seat. So he needs this silverware, and he's the guy who says in his second year he usually comes away with some type of silverware. I don't know if that's going to necessarily happen this year. Tottenham is very banged up. They're missing several players, including Destiny Udogie, Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner, Christian Romero, and their striker, Dominic Solanke. So this is a team that has quite a few key players in the infirmary, and they're going up against the Liverpool side that's, only in the driver's seat to win the Premier League this year, and that has looked pretty much unstoppable for most of this season. So, Liverpool again is playing from behind here, but they're relatively healthy. I believe Trent Alexander-Arnold is definitely going to miss this game. But they're going to have guys back like Diogo Jota, Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones has had a really good season in that Liverpool midfield, and he's going to be back for this one. So they're pretty much healthy. They're pretty much at full force coming to this matchup. That's why I do like Liverpool. Um, I wish I could say that Tottenham has a chance in this, and maybe if they were at full strength, they would at least make this competitive. Being that they're so banged up, I think Liverpool's probably going to run away with this one. So it's just a matter of finding value, um, from looking at the different types of bets that we can make on this one. It's quite difficult. I'm not going to go with a low risk and high risk because I just it's just a little bit too complicated for this one. I probably could if I took a little bit more time on it. I think the best bet is probably just to go with something that is a game parlay that combines maybe Tottenham getting on the board with one goal. I don't see them scoring more than that, and even that's kind of pushing it. I had been looking at the possibility of maybe a clean sheet for Liverpool, but I do see Tottenham getting on the board with at least one. Suns played fairly well. They do still have Kulusevski out there and Richarlison, although Richarlison hasn't done much this year. So why don't we go with Liverpool on the money line and both teams to score, and you can get that at plus 110. That's how much the market thinks that Liverpool is favored in this, where, usually, a bet like this, money line plus both teams to score, you're probably at least getting plus 130 at a minimum, you know. But Liverpool is the overwhelming favorite in this one, but I think plus 110 is still reasonable. Of course, there wasn't a lot of goals in the last one, so there is some risk associated with this one. That's why it's not my play of the day in soccer. So we'll talk about that one in a little bit here in terms of the play of the day. But I did want to cover this matchup at least. Pretty high profile EFL Cup / Carabao Cup matchup. So that'll be my best bet for this one. Let's go with Liverpool on the money line and both teams to score. And you can find that at plus 110. But, as always, shop around.